Well, hello, all you beautiful people out there in Minecraft land. How are you today? I am fantastic. Thanks for asking. In the last episode, we built this glorious, we built this glorious enchantment setup that's behind me. And that's not the only thing we built. We also built, well, not that, this glorious setup behind me now, which is a villager trading hall. And we got ourselves all kinds of villagers so that we could make emeralds and then get a bunch of enchanted books and then enchant some armor. And I promised you that I would do the enchanting in this episode. Also, just so you know, I did a little bit of stuff off camera. So I'll show you my armor in a minute because I've actually already gone ahead and done the enchanting of my armor. But also, I wanted to let you know that I kind of jumped the gun and built another one of these villager trading halls behind me over here. So I only have 2 villagers in here at the moment. These guys are cleric villagers. And the reason I got these guys is because, if you don't know, they have 2 of the best trades in the entire game. One is they trade rotten flesh for emeralds. And you know how prevalent rotten flesh is, especially if I ever find myself a zombie spawner, because then I can make all kinds of rotten flesh. But more importantly than that, the second trade they have, and again, the best trade in the game as far as I'm concerned, is that they trade emeralds for redstone. So I give them an emerald and they give me 2 redstone for it, which is great. I'm probably going to need lots of redstone for some of the projects that I have planned for not necessarily this episode, but for all episodes in the future. So, as promised, let me show you my armor. I have added Unbreaking 3, Protection 4, Aqua Affinity, Mending, and Respiration 3 to my helmet. I've added Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, and Mending to my chest plate. I've added Fire Protection 4, Mending, and Unbreaking to my leggings. And I've added Unbreaking 3, Feather Falling 4, Protection 4, Mending, and Depth Strider 3 to my boots. Now, I am super protected, and because I have the Depth Strider on my pants, I think. Now, check this out. I can just move through water as fast as I could move through land, or move across the land, which is not exactly true because I can run across the land. But anyway, I have that, which is pretty cool. And that's not the only thing I did. If I come over to where I have all of my tools and my chests and everything, I can look in my tools chest, this one right here, and I've actually got myself another set of boots. This is golden boots, Feather Falling 4, Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Mending. This set I actually put Frostwalker 2 on instead of Depth Strider. You can't put both Depth Strider and Frostwalker on boots, but if you put them on a different set of boots, then you have them. These are going to be my nether boots. And you're probably asking yourself, why are they gold instead of diamond? And, well, if you know, you know. If you don't know, it's because in the nether is a scary place, and you kind of need some gold, because if you don't have gold, you're going to get attacked by piglins, and I don't want to get attacked by piglins when I go to the nether. And that is exactly what I'm planning to do today. I have a few signs behind me. I need to collect these resources: quartz, magma blocks, gold, and blaze rods if I come across a blaze spawner. That last one is kind of the less important one, but these are the most important one. Quartz, because I need it to make comparators and observers, which I'm going to use for all kinds of redstone contraptions. Magma blocks, because I'm going to use those in an upcoming farm that I have planned for an episode or 2 from now. And then I need gold as well. Gold because I need powered rails, gold because I need golden carrots and golden apples. Actually, golden apples is more important. And yeah, and blaze rods because I want to do a little bit of brewing as well. And if your mind is in the same place that mine is right now, you know exactly why I need golden apples, blaze rods, and brewing. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? If you don't know, well, you'll find out because I am going to be doing some great things once I have all these things. But to start with, not chickens, to start with, I need to get myself to the nether. This is going to be a nether-themed episode, even though I've already spent, 5 minutes in the overworld. I need to spend some time in the nether. But just before I go to the nether, I did want to show you one more thing I did. Well, a couple more things I did. Because I wanted to build this second villager trading space here, I did have to move my sheep and my cows over here. So I did that. I also expanded their pens a little bit just to give me a little bit more room to have even more of these guys. And yeah, I've done a little bit of breeding, as you can see. Also, I made this, which is a small pumpkin farm. This is a manual pumpkin farm, unfortunately. So if I want to collect pumpkins, I got to come along and break them. I do have a pretty good enchanted axe as well, which I made. Talk about that really quick. Efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, mending. Plus I made like a silk touch shovel. I made a bow, which has infinity on it, power, punch, unbreaking 3. And I also made efficiency 5 pickaxes, 1 fortunate and 1 silk touch. Fortunate, as in it has fortune on it. I called it the fortunate one, which is kind of funny. They're going to help me greatly in the nether, but oh geez, I don't want to go to the nether. I don't want to journey in that direction without taking a bed with me, and certainly I don't want to journey when it is dark. So let me sleep, and then we'll take a trip to the nether. So yes, in case you're wondering, I'm still taking quite a journey over here from my village to this nether portal that I set up a few episodes back. This is my way into the nether. At some point, I will have to make another nether portal that will get me even closer to my village. Lag spike. Ooh, that was a massive lag spike right there. All right, so here I am in the nether. Look at that. There's actually a bee in the nether right now, and I know where it came from. It must have come through my portal because there's actually a, oh look, and the pig too. There's actually a beehive very close to where my nether portal was set up. So here we are in the nether, and I need to start collecting resources. So that's basically what I am here to do. So gold, one of those things to collect. So I'll use my silk touch pickaxe to collect. Also quartz. Love me some quartz. I guess I'm just going to use silk touch for everything and then sort it all out later when I get home. And then also magma blocks. Magma blocks are going to be a little harder. Can't just grab them because I have to go way down closer to lava level anyway to collect myself some of those blocks. So let me mine around a little bit and then I will come back. There you are. Maybe I can get a little bit of return to sender action. Uh-oh, pair of ghasts. Come on. Let's do some return to senders. Nah, let's just kill you. And how about you? Can I just kill you? Oh, missed. Oh, miss again. Come on. There. Oh, that, come on, that went right through him. Yep. Try again. Boom. Oh, and despawned. Come on. I wasn't able to return to sender, but I tried. Almost got him. Keep missing with that return to sender. So I've come down this long staircase, and I'm down here at, Y level 35, and I am ready to start collecting this stuff. This was the last of the items on my list. So I need a lot of this stuff. And check this out. Normally you have to crouch, but I can just stand on it. And the reason I can stand on it is because I have Frostwalker on my boots. And yes, I planned ahead for that one. I knew I was going to be harvesting a lot of this stuff, and I wanted to make sure I had Frostwalker available to me. So I got myself a Frostwalker villager. That looked like that's it. But I happen to know about this particular biome. If you usually just mine, like, you know, in a straight line for a little while, you either come to a large bank of lava, or you'll come to actually more of this stuff, which is pretty cool. And I do need a lot of it, so I'm going to keep going. I see you over there. I'm gonna kill this guy. This isn't the guy I'm looking at, but that's a guy nonetheless. There's a ghast right over there, and he did want me, but now he just doesn't care. So all right, fine. Come back again. I'll kill you with my bow. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Return to sender. Ooh. Oh no. Yep. And boom. Whoa. Okay. Missed that one. No, don't hit my pigs. Come on. No, don't hit me. Oh, nope. Further back. There we go. Come on. Oh, almost. Here we go. Nope. Ow. And... Oh, that wasn't a return to sender. I just literally shot it with my bow. Oh well. I tried. At least it didn't hit any of my piglins. Because that would have been bad. Alright, my inventory is pretty much full at this point. So, I think I'm going to call it a mining session there. Let me just show you quickly what I got here. Lots of magma blocks. Stack and a half of quartz, some gunpowder, a ghast here from one of the ghasts I shot. Some mushrooms, some soul sand and soul soil. Yeah, and a tiny bit of netherrack. Who needs that garbage anyway, right? Okay, let's get back home. And it's night, and it's raining, and I need to sleep before I get myself murdered. So let's just do this. Always bring a bed with you when you're traveling. Always. That solves that problem. So for the gold that I collected, I am going to jam it into this chest right here so that it begins to smelt. And the reason I'm going to do that is because if you break nether gold ore with, say, a fortune pick, you're going to get yourself, you know, one or two or maybe a few gold nuggets from each one of these ore. But if you smelt it, you're going to get gold ingots every single time. And who doesn't love a good gold ingot? I know I sure do, especially when it takes 9 nuggets to make 1 ingot. I'd rather just get the ingots directly. This stuff, on the other hand, the nether quartz, this you need to fortune it, because if you, if you break it, you'll get a lot of quartz from it. So let's see exactly how much quartz I get from all of this netherrack. I mean nether quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have it stacked up 3 high in some places and 4 high in other places. And this is 4 by, I think like 8 or 9 or 10 or something like that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 4 by 9. So each row would be 36. This is stupid. Why am I actually doing the math this way when I could just break it? The other nice thing about breaking this stuff is if you use a fortune pickaxe, well, even if you don't use a fortune pickaxe, you actually will get yourself some experience as well. And if I put my Silk Touch pickaxe in my offhand, you can see my durability is down to 707. But if I start mining with the other one, I'm collecting lots of experience, and instead of it going into my actual experience, it's going to go back to repairing the durability of my Silk Touch pickaxe. So it's sort of like self-repairing. It's great. So let me break all this and see what I end up with. All right, I have mined it all up. I've repaired my fortune pickaxe and my Silk Touch pickaxe. I've got myself 8 levels now when I had 5 to start with, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 stacks of quartz. So that should be enough to last me for at least a little while. But unfortunately, I have a big project coming up that's going to require a lot of this stuff. So I'm just going to stick it in here for now while I figure out my plans for the next big project. As usual, there has been a large gap between the last clip and this clip. 3 days, in fact, and during that time, I did a lot of things. First of all, I did a lot of trading, and then I did a lot of mining, and then I did a lot of crafting. And let me show you what's in these chests. Right here, let's start with this one. all of the comparators, 3 stacks of comparators I built. Then another 2¼ stacks of repeaters, a bunch of redstone torches, just tons and tons and tons of redstone, got some glowstone, made some redstone lamps, got a little bit of stone. I don't think I need that stone for my build that's coming up, but I have it anyway. Oh, look at all of the hoppers. I now have no more iron. In fact, this was the largest part of what I was doing, just making all these hoppers, because I needed all of these chests and then that many chests with 5 times that much iron to make all these hoppers, plus some chains and some additional light sources, a whole pile of spruce, and then a whole pile of dark oak. And oh my goodness. So it is time for me to do the thing that I have been thinking about for several episodes and just haven't gotten to. Let's build the storage system. There it is, my brand new storage system designed several weeks ago, but I only had managed to build the first few chests in it just because I really needed some storage, but I had nowhere near the materials that I wanted to make this actual thing. Aside from the massive amounts of wood that were actually involved with this thing, you can see it has some other kind of fancy things as well, like the chains and the lanterns, the redstone lamps, which was an actual pretty cool feature that I added into it, and then massive amounts of redstone behind the scenes. Let me just show you really quick. Back here, behind the door, I have rows upon rows of these, what do you call them? Item sorter, item filters. So each one of these things right now is just packed with 5 filter items. Eventually I will take out the first item and add the item that I actually want to filter. But I have all of these item filters set up. And then if I go up another level, you should be able to see up here, I have even more of them. So a total of 70 of these item filters on each of the rows. 70 on the top row, and then another 70 on the bottom row. And that's 35 and 35 plus 35 and 35, in case you were wondering what I'm talking about. For a total of 140 item slots. And then multiply that by 3 double chests for each of the 140 items, and that is a lot of storage. I still have all of my stuff stuck in these chests right here, but I don't have item filters installed for them, and that's because I am probably going to change the location of each one of these things, probably to a slightly better location. For example, logs. I love having the logs here, but I also have the plank variants of them under them, like this. I have some spruce stairs and planks and things like that under spruce logs. I'd really like to have the logs up here and then the planks down here, and I'm not sure whether I will even add a filter for things like the stairs and the slabs and things like that. I'll probably just end up putting them also in these chests just manually. Or not. I'm honestly not sure. I mean, I have 140 slots, so maybe I will actually change this around at some point, but looks like the sun is going down. Gotta sleep. All right, back to what I was doing. So, on the outside of this large building here, you will also see I have 6 chests, and these are my unfiltered chests. So just to give you a quick idea of how things work here, I have the filter set up, or the hoppers set up, so that, actually over here I can show you. I have a little hole right here that goes all the way up to the ceiling, and you can just kind of see that it pokes out to a hopper. And then that hopper will feed across to the first set of chests. And then the hoppers proceed all the way down these chests, and then when it gets to the end, it goes across the top, and you can see them just kind of poking out there through. I left them exposed because I actually like what they look like, kind of. Although you can see through to the back of the building. I don't know, I might fix that at some point. Anyway, the hoppers then extend all the way over here across the top row, and then they drop down to the bottom row, and then all the way back again, and again, you can see the hoppers exposed before they end up at this end. So any item that doesn't have a filter will end up here. So if I start to see these chests filled up, specifically with things that I would like sorted, but that don't currently have a place in my sorting system, then I can make accommodation for that sort of thing. As I said, this is untested though, so I do want to test this thing. And the way I'm going to do that is by filling this hole right up here with water. And probably some soul sand as well. I know I have some soul sand. Let me just grab that over here. Soul sand. It's one of these areas. Missed it. Okay, soul sand. So I have some soul sand. I only need one of those. So let's get back in place here. And I'm probably going to need some dirt as well. So I think I just put some dirt in here. Yep, I did. Just to use as scaffolding. And I have a hopper in here as well, because I actually removed one of the hoppers up at the top. And I will show you why in a minute. So let's start by breaking this and just sticking a piece of soul sand down in there. And then I am going to use this dirt as a scaffold and scaffold up to the top of this place. So this is the hopper system. This is where it starts. So that hole is here and it comes all the way up, and then it feeds into the hoppers. And I've just put a piece of dirt in here and removed one of the hoppers because eventually I'm going to have the water flowing across here, and yeah, that is going to be cool. But to start with, I need to put the water down, so that goes right there, and you can see how it runs across. And then I need to, actually I can just climb down or flow down this, right? Yeah, because this isn't water sources yet, so I'm not going to get shot up. That's cool. But then I'm going to add the kelp in. The kelp, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. The kelp will make this into water sources, and hopefully I have enough. I did have 12 kelp, and you're probably asking yourself, where did you get 12 kelp? You're nowhere near an ocean. Well, I'm here to tell you, definitively, once and for all, wandering traders are good for something, because I used an emerald and I bought 12 kelp off of a wandering trader, and that is the perfect amount. Well, I guess I could have done it with 10 now that I see 2 left in my inventory, but that was almost the perfect amount to build this little thing that I wanted to build. All right, so now that the kelp is in there, I should be able to go all the way to the bottom, break this bottom one, and that should all turn into source blocks. There we go. So the last of the kelp should be trapped in here. There we go. Got my 12 kelp back. I have my water sources in place. I'm going to break, or not break, I'm going to place this here, and then I'm going to break this dirt, and then I'm going to put one last hopper right in here. And that should now be sufficient. All of the items should come up here. If they don't go directly to this, they'll go all the way over here. But the funny thing is, I don't want to break this now, because it will go into my sorting system. And the reason I don't want to do that is because I want to do a test, and I want to do a full-scale test from the ground. And the reason I want to do that is because of these redstone lamps that I that I showed you. I showed off before. Why did I get the word offered? That's weird. I installed these redstone lamps to show the progression of the hoppers. I think this is actually going to be pretty cool. So let me just take these 12 kelp, open up these slots here, and just throw it all in there. And then I can run over here quickly, and you should be able to see as they go up and get processed in the first hopper, this light should turn on, and then they should go all the way across. And for some reason, they're not going through. So something happened. They got stuck somewhere, and now I gotta figure out where. All right, there they are. So apparently they popped all the way up and onto the top of this thing, which is pretty funny. So I'm going to have to cover this just temporarily like that. And then if I go back down again, hopefully this time it will work. Okay, got my 12 kelp. And we will throw it in there. And then we'll quickly rush out here and hopefully we'll see redstone lamp, turn on, and then the next one, and then the next one. So this actually will show you how fast, or rather how slow, hoppers actually work, because it's going all the way across to there now, and it should come across and go to there eventually, unless it gets stuck somewhere else. Oh, no, there it goes. And then it's there, and then it should come across to there. All right, so this is going to keep going, and eventually all of that kelp will pass through the entire top layer and then get all the way to the bottom layer, and then it's going back along the bottom layer, and then it'll come all the way back this way and end up in this chest. And there you go. My 12 kelp has arrived safely in my bottom chest here, which means it's passed through the entire sorting system, hasn't been caught in any of the filters, which are not set up, and has arrived in the unsorted chest. So now I can either choose to program a slot for it or just leave it in the unsorted chest, which I'm happy to do for now. And that is gonna be where I end this episode. Looks like we have spent a lot of time just at the end explaining how the storage system works and the sorting system, and this is going to be very handy in the near future. My goal at this point, in the next couple episodes, or maybe even the very next episode, I'm going to start building a complete underground network of water pipes that, water streams that connect all together and end up in this storage system coming up that silo right there. So basically any item that I am farming, whether it's from my iron farm or whether it's from my smelters or whether it's from my carrot and potato farms or any of the other farms that I build in the future, of which there's at least a few coming. And I'm not going to tell you what's coming yet because you just have to wait and see it. But they're all going to end up sorted and in my storage system. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I love it when you join me for my episodes, and feel free to leave a comment and let me know if there's something that you would like to see in this series that I haven't yet done. Or if you're interested in one-off tutorials or anything like that, let me know as well, because I'm happy to do things like that. If you are enjoying this content, please feel free to like this video. And if you want to see more great content like this, feel free to also click that subscribe button. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me out a bunch. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.